Hello, everyone. Good morning, and welcome to this live watch along of a Test cricket match. Which I don't know if anyone else is doing one at this moment, but I've woken up early, especially to watch a match. It's 4 o'clock in the morning in England, and England are away in India for the first Test. England have won the toss, and they have decided to bat. We have one viewer already. Hello. Welcome along to the stream. If you want to subscribe, turn on your notifications, comment in the live chat, and also give your prediction as to what will happen in the match. That'd be great. I am watching the match on TV, but I'm not going to be actually showing the match in this live stream. It's just my reaction to what's happening on the TV. The match is live on Channel 4, not on Sky Sports or a subscription channel, so I can actually watch it in my own house without. Well, I could watch it on my mobile, but I've got it actually. England's batsman is Don Sibley, and the other one, I'll tell you when the caption comes on. Instance Sharma is the bowler for India to start off with. Such is the pace of cricket. It's not going to be like a live football watch along where there's always something happening. The first ball was played a normal forward defensive shot by Burns, is the other England batsman, and no runs scored. Nothing much happened really. Dot ball. England won the Test series in Sri Lanka 2-0, which was a good result for us. Although I didn't actually watch any of that because one, it's during the middle of the night. Two, I was busy with work, so this is a rare opportunity for me to see a match live when we're away. The second shot is played down the leg side of England. Batsman run through for a single. It's one for no wicket. So Sibley will be on strike for the next ball, facing his first ball of the match. If you're watching the match, well, if you're watching me, there's one person watching at the moment. So I'd like to know, are you from England? Are you from India? Or are you from somewhere else in the world that follows cricket? And what do you think will happen in the Test match series? Sibley just marking his middle stump, which I've played cricket at a very low level before. Normally they're marked for you anyway, but Innocent bowls the ball, it goes through to the wicket keeper. The batsman doesn't play any stroke, and there's no run. Just noticing the cricket pitch in India. I'm not an expert of cricket pitches by any means, especially compared to television and former players, but it looks a lot of green patches on the wicket and a lot of rough patches. That will be interesting, I think. Inson running up again, fourth ball of the match. Again, outside off stump, the batsman doesn't play anything. It goes straight through to the wicket keeper. No run and no incident. The It's coming up on the umpire Anil Sean Hurry from India is the umpire, standing in his maiden test. So we've got an Indian umpire. In fact, both umpires are Indian, and both are in their inexperience. The other umpire, I didn't catch his name. It did come up on the caption. He's only in his fourth test. Okay, fifth ball. The Sibley plays a forward defensive stroke, and there's no run. Interesting about the umpires from India, because it's obviously an Indian match, and there's Indian umpires. The ICC years and years ago stopped this because there was a feeling that umpires were biased in favour of their own country, which, even if they weren't, the perception of them being biased is understandable. So the ICC stopped it. I suppose because of the coronavirus and people travelling around the world, it's not necessary. The ICC have deemed it not necessary to have neutral umpires, but interesting. First over complete. England one for no wickets. Sibley playing a forward defensive shot and no run. So at the end of the over, one for no wicket for England. Who's going to be the bowler for India? Bumrah. Just warming up. Just about the ICC Test Championship. New Zealand have qualified for the final. I did not even know until earlier today that there was even an ICC Test Championship. And either India, England, or Australia, depending on the result of this series between India and England, can join them. Oh, his right arm over the wicket. I thought the batsman got a nick down the leg side, and he did, or at least to the umpire he did. But the wicketkeeper couldn't take the catch, diving behind him, and England scamper through for a single. Possible chance. Let's have a look at the replay. Yeah, he's nicked it. And the keeper dives to his right. His left and right are not mixed up. Or possibly carried. It was just dipping down as it got to the wicket keeper. Difficult chance, but I would say definitely a chance. Burns got a single anyway, so he's on two. Sibley's now on strike. Channel 4, who are providing my TV coverage, passed it off as a chance, so Burns has been dropped. So it did carry. Next ball went straight through to the wicket keeper, by the way. No shot played. England now 2 for no wicket. Interestingly, Bumrah has now gone back to right arm over the wicket. Again, the ball went through straight to the keeper. No shot played. No run. Two viewers watching. Hello. Welcome to the stream. I hope that you're enjoying the stream, and I hope you're enjoying the match. It's 4 o'clock in the morning in England, and I've woken up especially to watch the match. And I thought, why not live stream? Because I don't think many people would live stream cricket, to be honest. Watch along of cricket. That's 3 successive balls straight through to the keeper, no shot played, no run. The pace of cricket is obviously a lot slower than, say, football, but I do enjoy watching cricket. 3 viewers watching. Hello. You can comment on the live chat, subscribe to me, turn on your notifications, and say how you think the match will go. Fifth ball of the over, 4 defensive shot played by Sibley, who's had most of the strike, but he hasn't scored a run yet. Went straight back to the bowler and no run. Joe Root, captain of England, obviously. I didn't know that he's only 1 test win away from equaling Michael Vaughan's test win record. Final ball of the over. Full defensive, and it goes to, I suppose, a short mid wicket. No run. End of the over. End of the over. England 2 for no wicket after 2 overs. Back to instant bowling. I say a fast bowler. I don't know if he is fast, but he's basically he's not a slow bowler. He's going right arm round the wicket. The England batsmen are left-handed and a right-handed combination anyway. Goes straight through to the wicket-keeper. No run played. No shot played, sorry. No run taken, obviously. Oh, yes. Channel 4 have just shown a replay of the dropped catch. It certainly carried. The keeper got a glove onto it. Well, fingertips. Not sure you could say that it was a full glove. It certainly was a chance, and it did carry. 4 defensive shots played, no run taken as it goes straight back to the bowler. I think it's Burns on strike at the moment. He's on 2. Sibley yet to get off the mark, has had most of the strike. I think England, well, normally in Test match cricket, you'd be hoping for 100 runs a session, so see how close England can get to that. They might not get 100, to be fair. That's a good shot, though. Played down the leg side towards the very corner of the boundary. The Indian batsman slides and saves the boundary. But England do take 3 runs from 5. A good shot by the mid-on, well, sort of deep mid-on region. That's straight off the middle of the bat. Indian fielders did well to prevent the boundary, actually. Sibley's on strike now. There's a thumbs up as well. Thanks. Like to know if you're watching, where you're from. Are you from England? Are you from India, or are you from one of the other nations that plays cricket? Or straight through to the wicketkeeper. Sibley is still on 0. Of course, I've played cricket at a low level. I must admit, I do not know all the fielding positions, but then again, who does? Fifth ball of the over, batsman plays a strike, a stroke. It goes on the offside towards where Gully is, but along the ground, so no run, no wickets. Common phrase, obviously, is a dot ball. Final ball of the over. And Sibley's off the mark. He plays a shot down the mid-off region, about there anyway. He gets a single and retains the strike. That is the end of the over. England are 6 for no wicket, 3 overs. Probably update the score after the end of every over, unless there's a wicket in the middle of the over, because over for England though, 4 runs from it. Sibley getting off the mark, so he can't get out for a duck now. I'm going to provide the live stream watch along for the whole day's play because, you know, why not? I've got nothing else to do at the moment during lockdown. Boomer is the bowler for the fourth over. Right arm over the wickets. Sibley plays a shot towards the gully region. There's no fielder there straight away. Has to run in, so Sibley takes an easy single. The Channel 4 commentators, who I will use as plagiarising their comments of this live stream, because let's face it, they should have done their research. They're commentating on professional TV, have just said that in the Indian subcontinent, the conditions there lead to a lower scoring rate. So, which is probably what I was expecting anyway. I'm not just saying that. I said 100 runs per session is usually what you look to score. I think that's true in general. Certainly, if we were in England or in Australia, that would be true. We're going for a slow motion replay of the Indian bowler. Yeah, interesting. Don't know the technical details, but all England are going for 2 runs, and they do actually get them. That was, well, comfortable in the end. England batsman well out of his ground as the ball's released by the bowler at the non-striking end. Oh, great. Thank you, Rudy Pally. Message. This live watch along, I must say, you can comment, but it's not a democracy. I will control the comments on the section. If there's anything I don't like, it will be deleted. No questions asked. Don't mess around on this. So don't make me do it because, it's not going to get published in any end stream once I've edited everything. So don't bother. You can stop watching if you want. England 9 for no wickets. Third ball of the over. Straight through to the wicketkeeper, no run. Instant bowling. Burns and Sibley still batting. Sibley on strike at the moment. Insar's bowling again. defensive stroke, no run, no wicket, dot ball. That's a no ball, or at least it should have been. Again, the England batsman won out of his crease as the ball is bowled. It was given by no ball as the umpire, so England are on 10 for no wicket. And the next shot is played to a mid-wicket region, short mid-wicket, no run. There's been no runs off the bat, so that no ball has spoilt what could have been a maiden over. Next ball straight through to wicketkeeper, no run, dot ball. The Channel 4 commentators are just discussing the fact that the international test players, that's a good ball, through to keeper, no shot played, no run. Channel 4 commentators are just discussing about the fact that international cricketers nowadays don't really play a lot of first-class county championship cricket, and they don't. It's pretty much all test match cricket that the test match players play now. Unlike, say, professional football or professional rugby, where the international players still play for club sides in between the international matches. I certainly think England's results have improved since we've had central contracts, because I remember when we used to have players playing for the county championship in between, and we were near the bottom of the test rankings. Just missed the bat and just missed the stumps the last ball of that over. Umar is bowling right arm round the wicket to the left-handed Burns, who plays the shot, but no run as it goes straight to the fielder at mid-wicket. He bowls a bounce to the bowler. It goes straight over the batsman's head. The umpire gives him a signal that he's bowled a bouncer in the over, and I don't think he's allowed any more now, is he? A good ball, but nothing really happened. It went straight to the wicket keeper. A very slow over rate is what I would say. We've only had 5.2 overs, and we've had half an hour of the match. A forward defensive shot by the England player. Burns straight back to the bowler. No run, dot ball. Normally, after half a day, you'd have expected 7 or 8 overs to have been bowled. We've only had 5.3 overs. The conditions in India, nice sunny day there. Shot down the leg side to square leg, where the square leg umpire is. No run. Burns adjusting his gloves. It must be boiling hot there, to say an understatement, really. Bumrah delivers a full toss, and there's no run as the ball goes straight to the fielder at mid-off. I think as he got that was a bad ball. We potentially missed out on some runs there. Last ball of the over, another 4 defensive shot, no run, a maiden over. England 10 for no wicket after 6 overs. We'd be 40 for no wicket after 24 overs at lunch. I did say it was a nice sunny day. It was probably a nice cloudy day in India. Not a sunny day at all. I still imagine the conditions are quite hot. Yes. Instant charm at seam. Ah, there's 2 people watching. Hello. Are you watching the match? Commentators on Channel 4 have described England's start as a steady start, and I pretty much agree with that. We haven't lost any wickets. Slow scoring rates, which would be expected, I would have thought, in India, but there's been one chance that India have had in the first half hour of the match, which was dropped by the wicket keeper. Other than that, England have not really. They haven't scored a boundary in the match. Um, and They haven't really looked to. They haven't attacked at all yet. Of course, a test match lasts 5 days, and there's little prospect in India of it being rained off, so there's plenty of time in the match. First 4 balls of this over have been all of them dot balls. Fifth ball coming up. Spell it is one of the comments. I don't know what I meant to spell. I could just pointless, pointless comment. If you're going to comment on the chat, just make sure it's something relevant to the cricket because, you know, I'm not going to like have loads of comments with nothing to do with the cricket. Right, India have changed the bowler. Ashwin is now going to bowl. He's just warming up. The seam bowler, something different to the England batsman. In fact, the last 2 overs have been maiden overs. Burns just getting ready. Well, actually, say seam. He's got a very short run up. I think it's a spin bowler. Oh, he gets an edge straight away. He doesn't go to any fielder. England batsmen take a run. Could have gone anywhere. Let's have a look at the replay. Yeah, an inside edge. Good start for him. Burns, however, got away with it and did get a single, so he's moved on to 8, and Sibley's the striker now. Ashwin is right arm over the wicket. But this is a more conventional shot on the offside, and England get the first boundary of the match. 15 for no wicket. Oh, I could be clever and save the sky. England get another run. That's the end of the over. A good over for England, 6 runs from the over. We've got 2 thumbs up in the live stream now. Ninth over, first ball of the over. 4 defensive shots and a dot ball, no run scored. Least favourite Indian on the team or in general? I don't know. I don't really know any of the Indian players. I think my most favourite, or probably more accurately, because I don't support India, most respected Indian is Sachin Tendulkar, as obviously everyone I would have thought would say him. Or a bouncer. Ball goes over the top of the batsman's head, straight through to the wicket-keeper. No run. Channel 4 are just showing, or were showing, a lot of the deliveries that Sibley's had today. The majority of them have been outside the off stump area. They're obviously looking for an edge to the keeper or to one of the slips. So far, he's pretty much been good at leaving them today when he's not had to play them. It's a shot down the leg side, and England only, it's a good shot, but it went straight to one of the fielders, so England only get one single there. The ball this time was on the stumps rather than outside off stumps, so you could play it down the leg side. Last ball of the over. Burns and Sibley are on 8 runs each, but Burns has had almost double the amount of balls that Sorry, I'll start again. Sibley's had almost double the amount of balls Burns has had. Another run, end of the over. England 18 for no wicket. No overs. It's quite early on in the morning here. 10 to 5 coming up to now. Just shift myself. Getting in this position for 2 hours would be cramped. James Anderson, number 11 batsman, bowler for England in the team. Leading England wicket taker of all time. Ashwin on his second over, right arm round the wicket to Burns. No run. Burns plays a simple 4 defensive shots. Second ball of the over, Burns plays down the leg side, down mid wicket, and England take 2. Down the leg side, sort of where the square leg umpire would be, was the last shot. Third ball of the over, looped up in the air for a bit, but no run. Or no run. That did spin a bit. Fifth ball sort of bounced up into the wicket-keeper's hands. The batsman didn't play a shot, Burns, and again, no run. Where did it pitch? Pitched in one of those brown areas. That's in the over. And 20 for no wicket after 10 overs. Boomer has bowled 3 overs from the other end of the field. He's now bowling from whichever end this is. He's switched ends, so will that make any difference? He's bowled 3 overs and conceded 4 runs so far. So economical bowling, but he hasn't got a wicket, as no Indian bowler has yet. Well, straight away he gets an edge. It sort of goes through second slip, if that's possible to do. England take a single. It it didn't carry, certainly not. It sort of rolled along the ground to second slip. So no danger of being out. But yes, he's got an edge straight away from the first ball that he's bowled in this spell. Burns is now the batsman, left-handed batsman. Sibley's the right-handed batsman. So every time that England take a single, the fielders have to shift over to the other side. The bowler bowls it down the leg side, straight through to the wicket keeper, no run. If it was a one-day international, that would have been a wide, but Test match cricket is thankfully a bit more relaxed on the wide rule, so nothing happening there. Dot ball. 2 people watching. Hello. Well, welcome to commenting the stream. Something about cricket. If it's not about cricket, it just will be deleted. Isn't a democracy here? And you can subscribe. Oh God. Possible chance for a run out, but England scamper through to a single. The last thing we need is a run out. I don't think there was ever a run there. If he'd have hit, it probably would have been in. He probably would have got back in time. Didn't hit anyway. Yeah, last thing we need is a run out. That's better. Down the leg sides. England take 2 runs. They're going to check if it was a boundary. My gut feeling was it's certainly unconventional way of stopping it. My gut feeling was it was not a boundary. At no time was the ball, the fielder, and the boundary rope in contact with each other all at the same time. I think he saved the boundary there. So they're taking ages to decide. He sort of steps on the ball rather than side foots the ball away. They've given it as 3 runs. I didn't think it was a boundary. Yeah, he sort of normally you side foot the ball, but he sort of stepped on the ball to save the boundary. Nevertheless, I didn't think it was a boundary, so it's only been given as 3 runs. Next ball straight through to the wicket keeper. Dot ball. Final ball of the over goes to, you would say, is about a fourth slip or a gully. No run play. Well, no run took. And good over that was. Yeah, 25 for no wicket after 11 overs. Ashwin spin bowler with his third over of the match. Right arm over the wicket. Forward defensive shot by the England player, Sibley, and no run. Second ball of the over goes to the fielder behind the wicketkeeper on the leg side. No run. Third ball of the over, another forward defensive shot, no run. Fourth ball of the over to mid-wicket, no run. I should describe the Indian fielders who've got quite a lot of players round the bat. So the wicketkeeper, obviously, was the first slip. There's what I'd say a short leg and a leg slip. So there's four fielders round the bat. England have took one run from the over on the last ball of the over. And England take a single off the over, 12 overs complete, 26 for no wickets. Key thing is we've not lost any wickets. We're not really scoring quickly. The over rate's slow and the run rate's slow, but we haven't lost a wicket. So I think we've done well the first hour of the match. Channel 4 are going to an advert break. Or they're not going to an advert break. They're just letting me look at the scoreboard. Burns is on 12 from 30 balls. Sibley on 13 from 43, one extra, which was a no ball, 12 overs complete, 26 for no wickets. Alistair Cook basically saying that the two batsmen, Sibley and Burns for England, have been playing nice and steady, low risk cricket, not much chance of any wickets for India, and that if they keep on like this, the mentality that they're going to bat all day, the runs will be scored more quickly as the day goes on. A good start for England, yeah. There is one person watching. You're welcome to comment in the stream something about cricket. Oh, Boomer. Channel 4 commentators have just said he's playing his first ever test match in India for India. He's played test cricket before, but they've all been away from home matches, which is unusual, I would have thought, that someone makes their debut for a test match nation away from home. England scamper through for a single from, I think it was Sibley, as he played the ball through mid-off. And England fairly comfortably took the single. Burns is just asking the umpire where middle stump is. Back to my days of playing junior club cricket, where you'd come in and ask the umpire where middle stump is, even though it was marked for you and it's perfectly obvious where it was. And you only did so because the test match cricketers did. Anyway, no shot. Well, a shot played, but no run taken. Well, straight through to the wicket-keeper. It's a pity that with the coronavirus restrictions, there's not a crowd at all in India. I know, as everyone else knows, that people in India love their cricket, and you would normally expect a test match against England to be full of supporters. Unfortunately, not the case this time. Oh, shot played from Burns. They're running through. Did they only take one run? Yes. I don't think he meant the ball to go there, judging by the replay, but nevertheless, it rolled along the ground, so no chance of the wicket. Explore simple forward defensive shot back to the bowler. I don't know how many times I've said that England have just played a simple forward defensive shot, but it has been quite often. I think there's only been one boundary in the match so far. Oh, it's a chance to run out. A chance in their arm there, England. They did get through to single vote. I was going to say a forward defensive shot back to the bowler, but it was sort of like more than a harder forward defensive shot, which went past the bowler, and the England players managed to take a single. The end of the over, 29 for no wicket after 13 overs, which was 3 runs from that over, all in singles. Ashwin bowling, right arm over the wicket. Cook, who's in the studio in Channel 4, said during the drinks break that there was no spin for him. So he's trying variations, but he's not getting the ball to spin. And now Sibley has played the ball, and that's got to be a boundary, yeah. He's played the ball down the leg side, down mid wicket, and the fielder for India, I don't know his name, dive in to try and prevent the boundary, but just the ball gets to the rope. A rope nowadays, is it? That's a good shot. Straight. There's two fielders on the leg side, and he placed it in the middle of them. Sibley did. He's moved on to 19. He's had most of the strike. He took a while to get off the mark, but that's a good shot. He's overtaken Burns now. Second boundary of the match. I think that Sibley has got both the boundaries. So I'm going to say 5 balls for the over. The boundary's the only scoring shot in the over. The other 4 balls have been basically defensive shots from Sibley. And that's the end of the over. England 33 for no wicket after 14 overs. Pace of Test match cricket is slower than many other sports that I prefer to watch, like football and rugby. But it is a longer match. And I still find it fascinating to watch that we're basically, I would say, if you say England are winning at the moment, a couple of wickets for India, and they would certainly be winning. And even though they haven't looked like taking a wicket, one bad shot by an England player or one good ball by one of the bowlers, the whole match can change, even though we've been over an hour and England so far have looked fairly trouble free. Boomerang's bowling right arm over the wicket to the left-handed Burns. Two people are watching the stream. Hello. They were. He's, oh, even batsman out of his grounds as the bowler bowls here. Sure that they could have run them out by mannequin them. Yes, England are playing well. As I have said already in the stream, England are playing. It's been a low scoring rate and a low over rate from India bowling, but they haven't looked too much trouble. There's been one chance where the wicketkeeper dropped Sibley on one. Was it Burns he dropped? And then there's a potential run out, but other than that, yeah, the run out or the potential run out, yeah. Certainly no need for a run out in Test match cricket. It's not as if they've got to scamper through to run quick to make runs quickly. England take one single. Yes, thanks for the comment. Oh, Boomerang bowls it straight at the stumps, but Sibley tucks it down the leg side and scores a single. I must admit, having played cricket as a child, when I ever bowled, I'd always aim for the stumps, as clearly that's probably what you should aim for as a child. But in Test match cricket, whenever the bowlers aim for the stumps, batsmen are too good and just put it down the leg side. Yes, Boomerang bowls a Yorker. Um, dipped down at the last moment, and the bowler was going to be the last ball of the over, but even if he'd have missed it, it wouldn't have counted for anything because it's a no ball. Batsman got bat on it anyway. So Boomerang gets an extra ball to bowl. This time, oh, that's a better ball. Missed everything though, so straight through to wicketkeeper. No run scored. And that is the end of the over. 7-0 wicket after 15 overs. A replay of the last ball of the over, just outside the off stump, just past the edge of the bat, and straight through to the wicketkeeper. Right, Ashwin bowling, the spin bowler, but he hasn't actually had any spin in the match yet. He has, though, got a first slip, obviously the wicketkeeper, and a short leg. So there's 3 fielders round the bats. He's got a short mid wicket as well. No, not a short mid wicket. Whatever the fielding position is on the offside opposite mid wicket. A short extra cover, I think. I keep forgetting that England have got a left-handed and a right-handed batsman, so it doesn't help me with the fielding positions when because they get mixed up. Anyway, right-handed Sibley has got a wicket-keeper first slip and a short leg. I think it is a short mid-wicket. No run play, no runs scored after a 4 defensive shot lead. Ashwin almost sort of skipping through his overs, if I can use that term for a professional cricketer. And basically, after the 1 run early on in the over, the rest of the over happened without incident. 38 for no wicket after 16 overs. The 2 England batsmen having a chat with each other in the middle. Goodness only knows what they need to talk about. Don't get out, I suppose. Nadeem is going to be bowling for India. He's replacing Boomerang. Oh, Channel 4 has shown a nice picture of the beach in India. It started at 9:30 local time, which is 4 o'clock here in the UK. That's quite early for Test match cricket. In England, normally the matches start at 11 o'clock in the morning, so quite late. Nadeem is a left arm bowler over the wicket, and he slogs. However, India prevent the boundary as good fielding. 3 runs from the ball, though. I was going to say, is he a spinner? Certainly slower than. I wouldn't describe him as a fast bowler anyway. What is my favourite form of cricket? I have to say all of them. But if I had to pick one, I'd say Test match cricket. Only because, but I love 2020 cricket and I love 50 over cricket as well. Only because Test match cricket is more traditional, and the ebbs and flows of the games are stretched out over a longer period, but it's still exciting. Yes, the bowler Nadeem is described as a left arm spinner. There hasn't been any spin in the match so far, but let's see what Nadeem could do. Short run up he's taking. And yeah, that's an easy boundary. Good shot. Sibley gets his third boundary of the match. I don't think Burns has got a boundary yet. That's a good. 7 runs from the over, 45 for no wicket from 17 overs. Yeah, I have to say Test match cricket only because I've been brought up traditionally on that, and I think it's still quite popular in England. Test match cricket. I do love 2020 though, because let's face it, who doesn't? Ashwin, yes, AS says I would agree. Ashwin bowls, he Burns plays a shot for defensive, no run. Again, a for defensive shot, no run. I, I mean, I've said quite a lot in this commentary of my match that England have played 4 defensive shots, no run, and I suppose you'd wonder why is this so interesting then? But it's a slower pace to the game in 2020, obviously. But I think it's more of a pure form of cricket, if I can use that expression. Um, so sometimes you do get a forward defensive shot with no run, but that's pretty much how you a sort of sensible way of playing cricket. Interestingly, that shot came off like the edge and went through the region of where slips would have been, but there are no slips, so England took 3 runs there. Channel 4 are now showing the strike rates that various England batsmen have had, not the strike rates, the strike points even, against various spinners. End of the over. England 48, no wickets. And we've had 18 overs. Channel 4 is showing the number of balls that have been scored on various things. Dot balls 83, which is the majority of the game. Ones 18, twos 2, threes 4, and fours 3. Only 3 boundaries in the match, and only 27 scoring shots in the match compared to 83 dot balls. So there's been 1 no ball as well. That's a scoring shot though for 1 single. So the majority of the balls have been dot balls, and then the majority of scoring shots that England have scored from have been singles. Anyway, 49 for no wicket. Nadeem in his second over, his first one went for 7 runs. There was a bit of turn there from Nadeem. Batsman didn't play any shot, so went straight through to the wicket keeper. But I think this surface will produce turn later on in the match. England won the toss and decided to bat. You have to say, so far, it's been proved the correct decision. There's been 2 no balls in the match, obviously, not 1. Final ball of the over, a 4 defensive shot, no run. Oops. Correct spelling mistake. England 49 for no wicket after 19 overs. And Ashwin is bowling again. He's bowled 6 overs, 17 runs conceded. AS says Nadeem is on a 10-day contract. Do you support India, AS? I would assume you know more about this than I do. I must admit I don't know too much about the players' contracts in India. And I don't really know too much about team selection for England, although we made 4 changes from the Sri Lanka series. That was due to players resting, basically, rather than them being dropped or out of form. AS lives in the United States. Hello. Do you support one of the teams? I started watching cricket 2 weeks ago. The USA is obviously not well renowned for cricket. There's only I think it's up to 11 test nations now playing in the world. My dad is Indian, so I guess Indian. And America is not one of the 11 nations. I suppose the nearest one to America would obviously be the West Indies, which is the only cricket in that region, really. Though, obviously, that's the Caribbean rather than America. In amongst chatting to someone from America, England scored 2 runs and we've got 51 now, so we've reached the 50 mark. Have you? Well, if he's only started watching cricket 2 weeks ago, I guess you've never been to a cricket match. Um, End of the over, 51 for no wicket. In case you're wondering why I'm looking to my left, which due to the camera would be mirror imaged as appears to me looking to my right, is because that's where my TV is, and I'm basically commentating from the TV, using sometimes Channel 4's commentators to add a bit of extra info that I wouldn't really know about. Alistair Cook, the former England cricket captain, is in the studio for Channel 4. And he's basically just said that England have made a good start, which is obvious, but worth making the point. Nadeem left arm spinner round the wicket to Sibley. Four defensive shots, no run. Yeah, I get confused from the commentators. Turn this on. I guess if you're in America, you're watching on American TV or something. The England have got one of the free to air terrestrial channels showing the match, Channel 4, and I'm assuming because it's in the middle of the night that Channel 4 have got the rights fairly cheaply, and have really done a good job with the presentation and the commentary so far of the match. It's on Apple TV. So viewers in England can watch the match without paying any subscription fees or anything, as long as you've got a basic TV. England take 1 run off the last ball of the over. England are on 52 for no wickets. 21 overs. Coming up towards lunchtime, 23 minutes left. England will just simply want to get through to the lunch break now without losing any wickets, and then that would have been a good session for us. You've been to England once. You didn't go to any sporting events. I've been to a few countries in the world, but I've never been to a sporting event in a foreign country. I've been to America twice. Oh, there's a chance there. The ball's hit up in the air, but didn't carry to the fielder. Goes in the book as a dot ball, but um, I'll say up in the air, sort of down in the air, if that makes sense. So, if you're watching the match on Apple TV, who do they say is winning the match at the moment? Because I would think anyone who follows cricket knows that England are winning at the moment. Oh, okay. He's got the commentary off. They're annoying. Ashwin bowled the ball. It was going to the stumps, and the England player played a sort of reverse sweep that went down the leg side to the boundary. And the first boundary to Burns comes there. So he's moved on to 29. Sibley's on 26, and England are 57 for no wicket. I can't say my commentary's an expert's opinion. Pretty basic. Hopefully, it does tell you anyone that's watching what's happening in the match. England are 57 for no wicket after 22 overs. Batsmen have another little chat. I don't know what we need to tell each other during these chats because let's face it, there's not much you can say to a batsman. Nadeem, left arm, round the wicket, spin bowler, it says on the TV. Yeah, Channel 4 showing replays of where Sibley has struck the ball against spin bowlers. There's no middle ground there. He's either got, as the Channel 4 commentator said, a long way forward to the ball when he's playing forward defensive shot, or a long way back. Yes. Right. India have now got a fielder at City Point. I do know that the fielding position of Point, but I've only just remembered it as they've brought in a City Point in. Although that only lasted for one ball. 7 for no wicket after 23 overs was just correct my spelling mistakes after 22 hours. It seemed like 22 hours. Right, the fielding position of City Point. So there's deep point, point, and sometimes captains would bring the fielders closer and closer to the batsman. And City Point was invented as a fielding position because it was just a silly place to stand. But and that's how City Point got its name as its fielding position. I know that one. Um, yep, Silly Point is a fielding position. Um, Literally named. There's so round the field. There's loads of different fielding positions. I don't know all of them, but I know where point is. And deep point is near the boundary. Point is midway, and silly point is close to the batsman. Just simply named because it was a silly point to actually stand at, because you might get hit by the ball. Ashwin is bowling. And what a shot from Burns, straight to the boundary, off the middle of the bat. And that's a more conventional boundary. He moves on to 33. And England have moved on to 63 for no wicket. We get let me just correct that. Because we were not 57 for no wicket after. Let me just make a little correction on the chat. It's 59 after 23 overs. I think all of those scores are correct. Second ball of 24th over, and it sort of rolls to the wicketkeeper after the batsman plays a defensive shot on the bounce, so there's no run, no wicket. Third ball, no run. Surely the England players are now just looking to get through to lunch without any incident now. If they get through to lunch without a wicket happening, that would have been a good session. I did say at the start of the day that England would be looking for 100 runs per session. Oh, for God's sake. Better not swear. Mainstream. The live stream was going so well up to this point as well. I mean, he's attempted a reverse sweep. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, he's given his wicket away. Unbelievable. Out. Yes, out. Oh my God. Honestly, every England fan watching at the moment would have had the same reaction that I've had. Right. He should get kicked out the stadium. Yeah, I, I just can't believe that. Absolutely stupid. 10 minutes before lunch. Yes, we. He goes to play a reverse sweep. The ball loops up in the air, and the wicketkeeper takes an easy catch. End of the over. The new batsman is Lawrence. He's a right-handed batsman, and that is England 63 for 1 at the end of the 24th over. I think the biggest thing that England fans would be disappointed with is that Burns is it's only 10 minutes before the lunch break. There's just simply no need to do that. And well, the Channel 4 commentators have said it. He's given his wicket away. I don't know how I didn't swear in the stream because, you know, it's not as if he's been given it, it's not as if he's got out to a good ball. That is just terrible play. He knows that as well. Oh, dear me. That's probably the highlight of the stream, even if it's even if it's gone against England. England were doing so well up to that point as well. Yeah, he's Channel 4 showing a replay of it now. And yeah, it looks like he's committed to playing the shot a reverse sweep before the bowler even bowls the ball. And it just loops up in the air. And well, the keeper takes an easy catch. And yeah, my reaction was pretty similar to what everyone in England would have thought at the time. He's even walking to the pavilion before the keeper catches it. He knows it's a bad shot. Oh, dearie me. Terrible. That's the end of the next over. 6-3 for 1 after 25 overs. He's an over. Just terrible. England haven't scored a run since the wicket. And I was just saying before the wicket, it just needs to get to lunch without losing a wicket, and it would have been a good session for us. I'm going to clip that and make it into a shorter YouTube video. My reaction to the wicket is that really, and it's come from nowhere. Boomerang back into the attack bowling, facing Ashwin, the spin bowler, who did not get any spin. But he did get a wicket due to the fact that Roy Burns has given his wicket away. I don't know if Roy Burns is watching this stream, but if he is, that was terrible. Deary me. So far, Boomerang's bowled 6 overs for this spell now. And after jinxing it last time, I'll say this, that England need to get through to the lunch session only losing 1 wicket. I'm guessing my commentary AS is ahead of you viewing it. I'm guessing that. That looks out. It's been given out. There's no review, is there? It's been given out LBW, and I don't think England have reviewed it. To be fair, I thought it was out. And from England, I've jinxed it. I have. England was 63 for no wicket, but they're 63 for 2. Lawrence is out for a duck. After only 5 balls, I have to say it looked out. There is a review system, but he hasn't reviewed it, and I don't think it was worth a review. I thought it was out. England players, Lawrence and Sibley, did confirm with each other what to do, but they didn't review it. And Joe Root is now the batsman, England captain. So in this 2-hour session, for an hour and 45 minutes, England were in complete control and were easily winning. The last 10 minutes, we've had a ridiculous shot from Burns, which was out caught by the wicketkeeper. And then Lawrence has got himself trapped on the crease. I haven't had a replay, but I think the ball's hitting the stumps. And it's now 63 for 2. this sums up being, I was going to say an England cricket supporter, just being a sports supporter in general, that your side can comfortably be winning. This is why I love Test match cricket, by the way. Um, this is the sort of thing I was talking about earlier on in the stream. You can be comfortably winning, and then, yeah, and then all of a sudden, very quickly, India get 2 wickets, and now I would say they're winning. We've just had a replay of the LBW, and to at least one positive point, that England didn't review it because it was going on to hit the stumps anyway. So no point even bothering with that. This will be the last over before lunch. 26 overs bowled, 64 for 2. 4 people actually viewing the stream. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. Burns and Lawrence are not getting any lunch. I'm going to sleep after this over. I have school. Oh, how old are you, AS? And school in England at the moment, not that I go to school, has been completely suspended whilst the government try to deal with the coronavirus. 5 people watching. Hello. The stream has been going for 2 hours 17. And therefore the match has been going for near enough 2 hours. I started it a few seconds before the match started. Root hits a shot in the air, but it doesn't go to any fielders. Oh, Ashwin gets the ball to hit the outside edge of Root's bat. That's 19, that's 20 balls now. 7 for 2. Root is on 3. Sibley's still on in bat, non-striking batsman at the moment is on 26. I don't believe this. England are throwing the wickets away. There's no run-out appeal. I have to say I think it's out. But it is going to the third umpire. Review. That's out. Or is it? No, I think it's in. I think it is in. That's in. Yeah, that took way longer than it should have done, but it will eventually be given not out. So England do get a single from that, not out. Really, I mean, they got a single, so at least it wasn't out. But England have really annoyed me in the last 15 minutes. From a match they were comfortably controlling, they've lost 2 wickets, one of them given away. And that's lunch. I'll just quickly type in the scorecards. Burns was out court. He did get 33 runs. Sibley is on 26 not out. Lawrence probably got a good ball, actually. Got out LBW. Roots is on 4 not out. Now there have been 4 extras. Ashwin and Bumrah have 1 wicket each. So I'm going to end the stream here, I think, for the morning session. England comfortably in control. 63 for no wicket for the first 1 hour and 45 minutes of the match. But India got 2 wickets in the last 15 minutes of the session, and the score is 67 for 2. And from England comfortably winning, I have to say, I don't know who's winning now. Right, if you've enjoyed the stream, please give it a like, turn on your notifications, please subscribe to me, and comment down below, assuming that YouTube even allows comments on. I'm going to have a break, and then I'll be back for the afternoon session. Bye.